What's going on, everyone? Trent here. Today we are on my stamina Warden build for Battlegrounds. So I'm going to go over gear race, consumables, skills, and style, and all that good stuff. So we've got our stamina Warden. We are a Wood Elf. You could be a Red Guard. Also, I personally like Wood Elf because of the extra recovery, and it's like 6% compared to 10% for Red Guard. I'd say Red Guard and Wood Elf, maybe even Orc would be the three best. But I like the fall damage. Get out of here. What's that for? I like the Wood Elf for the extra stamina recovery. Alright. Gear, I'm using 5 Spriggans. Like so. We went infused big. Well, not except for this one because that's a monster helm. But 2 infused and then the rest in pen. If you can. Then we're using 5 Hundings, 2 protective, triple weapon damage, and then we're going with dual wield daggers with an oblivion enchant and a weapon and spell damage enchant, and then defending greatsword backbar with a restore stamina glyph. So you can do axes or maces, or even swords. So probably not swords. I like daggers because the extra crit really helps out in Battlegrounds. This build is somewhat of a glass cannon, but I mean it has a decent amount of tankiness, and you have good health with the minor toughness buff all the time that you get from green balance right here for any heal. So if you rally up, pretty much you got minor toughness. You have 23 health, which is a lot. Resistances. Your back bar 24k, front bar 21k. I mean, it works best with a healer, but you're putting on a lot of damage. And if you look at our recovery, we've got 2141 recovery. That's a lot of recovery, especially with the bull net changes, where you restore 5 50% of stamina. So you have a lot of sustain with this build. Now, also, we're running 1 belly in pen and then 1 blood spawn. You could do a number of different things here. You could do another Veladreth. You could do a Veladreth mask here and bring your recovery down a little bit to 2k, depending on how adventurous you're going on this build. You could also run 2 pirate skeleton. If you want to be extra tanky, just run 2 pirate skeleton. Perfectly fine with that. You'll lose a little bit of damage, but you're real tanky with 2 pirate skeleton. So you've got 27 and then 24k. You can run pirate skeleton also. But I found the best combo for me is 1 blood spawn, 1 Veladreth for that little bit extra recovery and that damage. So put that back on. And that brings me, if you see our weapon now, like without our glyph proc, which procs a lot, we've got 4100 weapon damage. That's a lot in Battleground, especially if we proc our crit right here. With our crit, we are at 46.6% weapon crit, which is a lot with 2 Nerdhone too. So we have a lot of crit and a lot of damage. But it's a little tanky too because we have decent heals with our Green Lotus, our healing thicket, our vigor, and our rally. So that's decent heals. Let's go over our skills. So backbar, like I said, healing thicket, it's our oh shit heal. Heals a decent amount up front, and then it gives you a good tick after that. Then Ice Fortress, want to keep this up all times. Swap for the minor protection. Like I mentioned on the other Warden build, you don't necessarily have to run it if someone else is already running it in the group, but I like to run it. Then we've got our rally. Now, I like it because it's good hot, and then you can hit it again. We can hit it now, and then you can hit it like 20 seconds for a bigger heal. So, it gives major vitality. Same with Bull Nest, but I like it because of the healing aspect of it. Then, I mean, you don't necessarily have to run it. You could run Soothing Spores instead, but it costs a lot of stamina. Not too much of a difference. You can run either one. It's telling me the morph of Soothing Spores isn't correct. I guess I should run Enchanted Growth, the Magicamorph, on a stamina build. Thanks, Zas. Then we're going to run Vigor. It's a really strong heal. I prefer that over Soothing Spores. But, I mean, you could run either or. I guess they're about... Yeah, it's just so much more. Vigor, so much more. Then Shuffle, even though they changed it to not give dodge chance, it is very strong. The reduction in AoE damage attacks is huge to be able to have because there's so much AoE in Battlegrounds that you want to have this up all the time. all the time. And that's why we're running 5 medium to be able to get this. 6 medium, 1 heavy. Then Green Lotus gives you major savagery and restores health and gives your teammates the minor toughness buff. So that's what I run on back bar. You pretty much buff up and then go into action. So you want to buff up first and then switch buffs. Alright, so front bar we've got Dawnbreaker Smiting. Great ultimate. You're going to want to run that. I mean, I guess you could run Permafrost, but I go Dawnbreaker. Then Bird of Prey, slotted for minor berserk. You can hit it again to give you minor endurance buffs, or major endurance, and then a little bit of movement speed. Then Bull Nets, restore stamina, major brutality, great skill. Steel Tornado is our bread and butter. It does a lot of damage, especially in execute range. Then Sub Assault gives them major fracture, which combined with our Spriggans does a lot of damage. Also, we're in 5 medium, so we get all of these good buffs here. The movement speed, the stamina cost, the weapon damage, roll dodge, we get everything because we're in 5 medium, or 6 medium. So, then we got a running slashes, reduces movement speed, and bleeds and does a lot of damage. You could also run cutting dive here. I switch them off and on. Cutting dive is another great skill. And you'd even get more advanced species. So we've only got 3 animal companion skills on our front bar. You could definitely run cutting dive and get 4 on here, but I personally like to run the rending slashes. So we're going to want to do Sub Assault, Steel Tornado. Dawnbreaker's up pretty quick. It's a cheap ultimate. It's only 125, and with your Alliance War passives, it's up pretty quick. Then Steel Tornado, hit them with a rending, and boom, they're dead. It's really, really important. Now, like I said before, you could change a couple things around with the Monster Helm, Pirate Skeleton for tankiness. You could go a Veladreth and a Balrog for extra damage, but 1-1 seems to work for me, giving me recovery, damage, and then burst. So yeah, this is my Stamina Warden build. Actually, no, I think yeah, so you're definitely going to want the Artaeum, or you could do Dubious. And if you're doing Dubious, you might as well just use Bone Pirate instead of Hundings. But you definitely want to still have 2 protective on your jewelry and 3 weapon damage. We're also using the Serpent because it pairs really well with Wood Elf. And then tripods or movability pots work also. I mean, the Major Expedition I'm not really using the movability pots for. I'm just popping them before a big fight so I don't get stunned. Tripods work also because we do have some magical skills. Like Green Lotus is magic skill, Ice Fortress, and then Bird of Prey, they're all magical skills. So either pot works. Yeah, so this is my Stamina Warden build. It's great, works best with a healer, but can do high damage. Let me know what you think. Have a good day.